This week's episode is proudly sponsored by Texas Roadhouse, where there's legendary food with legendary service. There it is.
Back again, baby.
Hey.
No.
Fall is in the air.
Don't say no. You're
Okay.
in the moment. That's
Just no.
perfect.
Carrie, you're on the show too. You're part of the show.
No.
Oh, now she's in on
Yep.
the
New intro, please.
Wow, they're rising up.
That good.
All right, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Don't just...
It's fine. It's fine. Market. This is the market research. Fall is in the air.
Fall is in your hair.
Fall is in the trees.
I'll kill myself before I crunch a cockroach.
Well,
how I feel today.
That's that too.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Oh, I'll tell you in the
got an
post show
energy to
why how I feel.
Oh, nice.
did you have to crunch a
Artie.
cockroach?
By the way, guys, this is what the podcast, of course, but for $4 a month, you could listen to that post show. And the post show is kind of just like, you know, it's a little bit
Unhinged.
secrets. It's a little bit unhinged.
Which
it's a
one
little
word? Just go around the bend here. One word to describe the post show, starting with you.
Tea.
Kara.
Secrets.
Nice.
You can't. Okay.
Secrets.
Secrets.
Secrets is good.
Fuckery.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We'll have to bleep that.
She let herself out. She let the post show out. Go ahead, John.
I would say, ooh, that's tough. Hold on. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it. I was
Yeah.
so prompting it. I would say
Hurtful.
hidden.
Okay, nice.
Because I feel like I go a little deeper in the post show than I do here. No offense.
Guys, head over to our Patreon.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's right there in the bio of our YouTube.
That's a better one.
It'll be in our Spotify information and all those things. But for now, let's live in the moment, the here and now. Welcome to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Oh my
He fully
gosh.
forgot where we were.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Live in the
Sorry.
moment.
I got it.
Together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch. As always,
Say something.
the Honorable Cara Tafolla, my wife.
Hold on.
You should add Chief Justice.
Oh, go ahead.
Honorable Chief Justice Cara Tafolla.
Excellent. Judge
Sometimes-
Cara residing. And joining us this week, this is kind of a nice treat. Annie the Skovmand, the lovely,
Thank you. Thank you.
in parentheses.
I know. It's about time your people got back to my people. You guys have been
Yeah.
trying to get me on the show forever.
We're still in litigations
That's
of
right.
next week. But hey, you know, I was about to say spring has sprung, but that's not the case at all.
Winter has
Fall
winter.
is falling.
And you know
it's
what?
not even
San
winter.
Diego fully
My bad.
delivered.
Go ahead.
Fall,
At least
fall
for now.
hit,
Yeah,
and it's been sprinkly and a little chilly.
it really has.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If the humidity would go away and we would just get the cold, it'd be great.
No, we couldn't possibly get past that.
Weather weather.
Yeah. What's your favorite fall thing? Did we already talk
We
about
talked
that?
about that.
Oh,
Done. Next.
word.
We
We
did
did that like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks
What are you
ago.
looking forward to in fall the most?
Oh,
And it
gosh.
was
Okay, but
like
now that we're in
the
it,
pumpkin spice, the sweater,
God, this
The
generation,
feelings.
man.
Right.
iPad baby.
iPad.
We're like-
baby.
What's the thing where we like we're nostalgic for yesterday or something?
Yeah.
Like we can't help but like
That.
Remember.
jump into the fall season.
Right, and then we'll all have seasonal depression. Then we'll
Yeah.
be like, "Where's summer?
Yeah, I miss summer.
I miss
Oh,
summer."
interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
What's your favorite summer activity?
Gosh.
Yep.
Slowly
Word.
kill me.
I want to go
gosh.
apple picking
Me too.
this
I
fall.
couldn't.
I need to
I've
spend
never
time
been.
up in Julian. I need.
Yes.
You know what? Scratch that. I
Yeah.
need to spend time in the mountains. In parentheses, camping, hiking, which is big because I hate hiking.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to push my limits.
Oh.
Bonfires, stargazing.
That sounds a lot like
Question
summer.
mark?
Annie, are you okay?
Comma,
So where do you think that's gonna happen?
parentheses.
Thank you.
Next summer.
Today?
No, these are all fall activities. I'm with that.
Camping?
Little
I
campfire.
I am going wine tasting in Temecula on the 30th. And we're gonna stay in
Dang.
a little trailer up there on
Nice.
this property that has llamas and pigs and goats.
Wow.
I think you can do goat yoga, but I'm not sure. I will
Goga.
look into that.
What's that about?
Goat
Because I've
yoga?
always heard about goat yoga.
I think
It
it's literally
is-
just a balance thing.
No, you go and you do yoga, and goats roam, and goats will like come and like
they'll
lay on
come-
your mat, or they'll like jump on your back, and like
Yeah.
it is goats walking around while you're doing yoga, and they just hang out with you.
That doesn't sound like two things that should go together, you know?
I know. Are you
Should
supposed to be
go
focused
together.
on doing your yoga and focus on your body when
Well, I
there's
think
ghosts? You're
it
like,
helps
Yeah.
you to
That's
focus more.
how I would be.
I love that whole reaction.
You know, it makes
I'm
you
sorry.
more
I would
aware of
just
your
sit.
body.
I would sit crisscross applesauce on the mat and just pet a goat the whole time.
Do goats
I would
seem
not
like
do
they're
yoga.
like the poster child for being like aware of your body?
No, I think
No,
they're like
they
real
like to
good
climb
at
things, right?
balance, and they're,
Oh.
like that's the whole thing. Is like goats are good at balance. Yoga's good at balance.
Well,
When I-
remember the mountain goat we saw?
Carrot
Yes.
I thought goats don't they have like that innate like they like to jump on like
they like
climb
to jump
things?
on things.
Isn't that like
so?
part
Yeah,
of their?
you're like doing yoga, and they just
When I
on your
picture
back.
goats, I picture the video of the goats like falling over, passing
when you
out.
scare them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's only
The
a certain
fainty
type of
goats.
isn't it?
Cow tipping.
I think it is only a certain type
think
of goat.
every goat just
Okay,
does
well,
that.
here's my thing
Tippy
about
goats.
cow tipping. Now that we're on that topic,
Yeah. That's
and
what-
I
Yeah,
don't
we
really
are.
understand. Is it true or fake?
It's true.
Because I heard
What
this
is-
whole thing where it's like cow tipping's not real.
What?
You go and it's like it's something you like try to get someone who's really naive and stupid to do.
Oh,
'Cause,
well,
like,
that's
how the hell are you
probably-
gonna push over a cow.
Well, you don't.
They're just big and dumb, so they just fall over.
It's more of the scaring factor. It's more like how you scare a goat and they freeze and fall. It's
No.
more like
No.
Have
you
you
jump
have
out
you
of the
seen
Wrong.
anyone tip a goat or tip a cow?
only in Cars
we,
Land.
we need a
That's what
wrong
I'm saying.
button.
I don't know.
Wrong.
Wrong.
This is secondhand, but allegedly in Bakersfield, they definitely do some cow tipping.
Yeah.
Literally pushing over cows.
you
And they're
push
just
over-
so dumb and stupid that they just fall over.
Why
And then they're
hasn't,
like, I guess I'll sleep now.
Yeah.
why hasn't PETA freaked out about cow tipping?
Because you're like a million cows.
There's a million
What do you
cows in
mean?
Bakersfield.
PETA's
Oh,
got
it's-
other.
It's not
Pushing 'em over?
It's not hurting them necessarily.
Well,
John,
maybe.
How if you were just
if they
standing
can't
there
get back
and we
up.
just came and like the doofus you are, we pushed you over.
Okay, but you have to be on four.
Sounded
Four.
a little
It should
pointed,
be on
like
all
you were
fours
waiting to
and
say
then
that.
fall.
Way too personal.
Yeah, that sounded like you were waiting to say
Jeez,
that.
Annie.
You're like, oh, speaking of cow tipping, what if we pushed over John?
What do we just push over the big fat John? You know what I'm saying? We just like
The
push
big,
him over.
dumb, stupid John.
Stupid John. And we'll call it John tipping. Yeah. Stupid.
And to rebuttal what you're saying, I think it's not so much that it's like a snipe hunt, like there's no cows to tip over.
Oh, a snipe hunt. Add that to my fall activities. I'm gonna go snipe
What's a
hunting.
snipe hunt?
Perfect.
Yes,
Sniper?
I'm gonna send you
Nope.
snipe hunting.
We're taking care of snipe hunting. She's never been.
Oh, you've never been snipe hunting?
What the hell is that?
Oh, that's awesome. That is
going
great.
snipe
Yeah,
hunting.
we have to go.
Are you not going to explain it?
It's
No.
exactly what it sounds. You go hunting for
You
snipes.
go out.
What's a
Snipes.
snipe?
They're like little seabirds. They like they're kind of like the little runny birds. Snipes.
Like the one in Surf's Up.
Yeah, like in Surf's Up.
And we're gonna go snipe
And
hunting.
you catch them. You've been snipe hunting,
Then
right?
how
Jen?
do you do that? You just go and catch them? You don't actually hunt them. You just grab them.
I just
Yeah.
Googled it.
You just what the heck, loser?
Loser.
So I guess I have been now,
Okay,
technically.
we did kind of send you on a snipe hunt just now.
Now she's
Yeah.
gonna Google it.
Kara, a snipe hunt is basically like you say to somebody, "Hey, go like hold this bag. I'm gonna go get the snipe," and then you ditch them.
It's a practical joke or fool's errand. And it in existence in North America as early as the 1840s. Wow.
We used to do it with the girls at summer camp.
Maybe that is
Yeah.
a snipe hunt.
I got
We do,
snipe
like,
hunted.
midnight hikes, and we go, let's go on a snipe hunt.
That's so
Guys,
mean.
let's go get a snipe. And then you'd go, and then
What the
like as
heck?
they're all like, oh my gosh, it's so scary. You would just like hide
Yeah,
behind the tree,
yeah.
and then they're all like,
Imagine if you guys did that to Kara, though.
That would have been so mean.
And then I get murdered.
Well, you
How
would
would
get
you feel?
I don't know
murdered.
about murder.
No, and then
You
we're
guys-
on the snipe hunt.
How
you
would you
guys
feel?
brought something up,
Yeah.
and the only video I'd seen, you had said, there's a whole thing about how guys think about the Roman Empire once a day.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there's a whole thing where it's like, well, what do girls think about once a day? And it was a stitched video, and they said being kidnapped and murdered.
Yeah.
And Kara just said that, and it brought it up. I go, that probably is true.
It's true.
That's probably like you guys.
Yeah,
think
because
about the
I don't
Roman
ever
Empire.
think about getting kidnapped and murdered.
I-
Isn't that
No,
weird?
but that's like
I think I
that's
think
not
about
a
that at least once a day.
hyperfixation though.
Really?
At least
Easily,
once a day.
At least once a day.
Man.
Anytime
Yeah.
I'm walking alone, anytime I'm even
Kidnapped,
driving in my car.
I think about the
Anything.
fact that when people go missing, everyone's like, oh, they went missing. Oh my gosh. But I'm like, somewhere for a split second, they were considered missing, but they knew exactly where they were.
True.
Mm.
Terrifying.
I think about home invasion more. So
Oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
kidnapped.
when I'm laying in bed, I'm pretty much my last thought every time I go to sleep is like, if somebody busts in the door, like, what's my plan?
You got
What is
that
your-
little
what is your
Barbie
plan?
bat next
I got
to
my
you.
little girls' rule bat.
don't.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Nice.
was cat sitting for them, and I went on their bed to see the cats, try to get them,
Yeah.
to be my friend.
Why do
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Who's your statement?
Go ahead.
And I just glance over, and there's
Yep.
this little bright
Pink
pink
bat.
bat,
Yeah.
just like tucked behind the nightstand.
It's
and I
a
went,
it's a metal T-ball bat.
Yeah.
But don't tell me you couldn't F
Smash
somebody up
heads.
with that.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, intrusive thought. I was thinking,
Go
ahead.
why do I want to test that? Like break into Ryan's house and just to see the reaction.
Dude, you'd get your shit kicked in. Absolutely. Like no mercy
you,
at
you
all.
think so? You think you'd spring into action like that?
For
there-
sure. I'd have to.
Okay,
to.
Ryan
What's the
sleeps
other
so
alternative?
hard
Uh-oh.
that the door, you could open
Nah.
the door
Truth.
slowly.
Not true. Not true.
And just sit in the living room all night.
Here's
Not
the
true,
truth.
and here's
Ryan
why.
would not hear
And
it.
here's why. Go
Not
ahead.
true, and here's why. Kara doesn't realize I'm faking it.
No. Literally,
I'm a sleeper
I'm
cell.
sorry.
there's been multiple times in the night,
Spring into action.
sometimes where a ring will go off, and it ends up just being like one of those like ring like notifications from the neighborhood
Sure.
type things. But
Okay.
I
Sure. So you gotta
immediately
turn this
wake up to the light on Ryan's phone and look over
Yeah.
and see, is anyone at our door? And
Yeah.
Ryan's like, "What?"
Kara,
I just
you and I
saw a
both know there's a
video.
difference between my phone buzzing and somebody busting through the window or cracking the door
I didn't
open.
say
You know there's a
busting
difference.
through the window. I
you
said
know there's a
someone
difference.
picking the lock, slowly
Picking the
coming
lock?
in,
It's not like we don't live in a bank vault.
sitting in the living
There-
room,
there
turning
was
on the
an-
TV.
There was an old Try Guys video, like back in the BuzzFeed days, or maybe right when they became their own thing.
Sure.
And they broke in like Santa. They broke into Ned's house.
Oh my
and
God.
They wanted to see if they could break in, deliver presents, and like drink their milk or something like that. Like go
Oh.
into their kitchen, get food, and then sneak out without them noticing. And Ned's wife is the one who finds them, and she's
God.
like, it's like 1 a.m. or something.
Redacted.
And they're like, oh my gosh, like. She's like, what are you guys doing? And they have like night vision goggles.
Yeah,
and
of course.
everything. They're like, and then Ned comes downstairs, and I think he has a bat. It's like he's like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
Why would you guys do this? This is insane.
Yeah, you bring up a interesting point and a question I want to ask John. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
You know, I saw this trend going around, and honestly, I was thinking, I was like, I don't, but it's not because I don't find it fascinating, because the more I, like, in my search, you know, obviously this trend, you kind of go through all these videos, they're obviously explaining some of the reasons why.
Yeah.
And I go, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like just all the things that the Roman Empire contributed to, like, you know, I guess the world and like the
Yeah.
way that it is today is really interesting. I think the problem I had is I wasn't really paying attention in school when we learned it, because I'm sure we learned it, and I'm sure I sat through several lectures about the Roman Empire,
Absolutely.
but I just wasn't as interested. But now that I'm older, I feel like if I read a couple books about it, I would definitely think about it more often.
I feel like I think about feudal Europe way more. Like
Oh,
like the
interesting.
Middle Ages, medieval times and stuff.
Yeah.
But certainly something that I probably consider once a week is the library at Alexandria. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
The library at Alexandria?
Come on, you know. Like,
Okay.
you guys mention it all the time. I don't
There was this library in Alexandria. Okay. Same kind of era, like Roman Empire days, right?
And it basically had all of the biggest like.
Recorded history.
Yeah.
No. This we're underestimating here. All of recorded history. It's as if the internet had one server, right? Because they didn't have the internet. There wasn't like multiple libraries. They just had like written down history of all time,
Things
right?
that happened. Yeah.
The place burns down. They lose all of it. The whole library burns to the ground. It was literally like if we lost the internet today.
My gosh.
Yeah. And that's why there's like big, chunks of history that we'll never have access to.
Burn down. How did it burn down?
Someone was smoking
Yeah.
in the children's section.
Yeah. Somebody was smoking in the children's section.
You know, some guy was like, we don't need this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just burn it down.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? You said just more feudal.
Just in passing. I certainly do marvel
Is
at it.
the Roman Empire,
Yeah.
this is what I think of.
Go ahead.
Here we go. I love this take, by the
Yes.
way. Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
Night at the Museum, Owen Wilson. Is that Roman Empire?
Owen Wilson
Owen
was the
Wilson's the
cowboy.
cowboy. It's the other
The
guy.
other
The other
guy
guy, yeah.
is like
British.
Octavius or
Yeah.
something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Roman Empire.
Here's the thing about the Roman Empire is
Is
like
that him?
there was
Yeah.
this
Like the
saying
metal-
he was
Yeah.
one of the guys.
Yep. Curious.
There was this saying
he's a
that
little
the sun never sets on the Roman Empire. So that was like they had conquered so many lands across the world that like literally at one point in the day, the sun is always shining on part of the Roman Empire. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the small facts about irrigation and
Oh, they basically
Yeah.
invented all
Yeah.
of what
It's
modern
amazing.
technology just
Sure.
perfected.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if I
Aqueducts.
was retaught about it,
Yeah.
I think it'd live in my head rent free.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
And obviously the British kind of like expanded on the idea because they had the whole like industrial revolution moment. And so they were like, oh, okay, great. So we'll just send our navies out, F everybody up, take over the world.
Maybe we read a book about the Roman Empire.
Maybe we read one book.
One
Is
book.
there a movie about the Roman Empire?
Oh, of course. There's a bajillion.
Yeah, Gladiator.
Roman.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Google it.
This
Fire.
is
Is there a
podcasting.
movie about the Roman Empire? I mean, not like a.
The Last Legion.
here we go.
Yeah, okay.
Gladiator. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Yes,
Really?
awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. But here's
Gladiators.
my beef with the Romans is like
Yeah. What's your beef with the Roman
my
Empire?
beef with the Romans is like they wanted so hard to be the Roman Empire that like they stole from other like they literally stole Greek culture. Like there's a Roman god for every Greek god. They were
Yeah,
like,
they literally
oh, cool religion. We're gonna
redid it.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
got it.
I have
Yeah.
a mythology book that literally the first full chapter is all like, it's literally like a
Yeah.
what's it called?
Go ahead.
Not a thesaurus.
Glossary, index.
What's the big one though? Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
It's like an encyclopedia of all the Greek gods, and then the next chapter is like, oh, by the way, here's all the Roman gods. They're all the same, just different names.
Yeah. It's literally like
Whoa.
America.
And I can't remember which is which.
Go
One
ahead.
is all of the like
The astrology.
yeah, astrology, and the other one is the other one.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I
Nature.
just went to those places and I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then the other
Word.
That's what my favorite. And then the
That
other one.
is something that like I didn't realize until I was in Rome. So we went to Greece and we like see all of these amazing Greek statues, and then we get to Rome and they're like, yeah, and all these amazing Roman statues are just based on the Greek ones. And I
Yeah.
was like,
You're like,
Like
yeah,
beat for
wait.
beat.
I wish someone would have
Stole.
told me that earlier. I would have been marveling at the OGs a little
Yeah.
bit harder.
And again, no internet. So it's
No
not like
internet.
anyone could be like, hey, Greek mythology dupe.
Yeah,
Dude.
for real.
We found a dupe for Greek mythology. It's this new thing.
Roman
called
Empire.
Roman mythology.
That's kind of it's kind of sad that they phoned that part in. You know,
Yeah.
they did so many other good
put it in.
things.
They don't
You
give
know
a
what's
crap.
Interesting too. Speaking of Rome,
Go
the
ahead.
Vatican's in Rome.
Yes.
I recently
Yes.
hopped in, saw the Vatican, said hi puppy, and left.
To the Pope.
To
Just
Pope.
by the
Hi,
way-
Puppy.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
called him
great.
Bubby.
Popey.
Popey.
Like
Hi,
Poppy,
Popey.
but
Puppy,
Okay,
puppy,
weird.
puppy.
Still weird,
We
but
know
okay.
who my puppy is.
Yeah.
Still not interested.
Puppy.
But
And here's the thing that I find really interesting. A huge section of the Vatican is
Yeah.
like this museum of stuff that they have been
Conquered.
given.
Yeah. They freaking
They went in and
Oh, yeah,
they
Crusaded.
gave it to
Given.
themselves.
Yeah.
Dude, they crusaded the shit out of that
They
place.
crusaded the shit
Yeah.
They
out of that place.
crusaded.
Yeah. Word. Word.
But there was a
Word.
huge
Yikes.
amount of collections of like Greek or like Roman mythology, all
Yep.
this stuff where I'm like, isn't this go against what you guys believe?
Yeah.
Like, isn't this
Majorly.
like the polytheistic,
That's like-
culture is like
yeah,
exactly
it's
opposite of
the-
what you're selling? So
They're just like, what's
It's
up?
the random like. I feel like the Vatican. Never been there, but I feel like
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
Go ahead.
it's like a mix of like, oh, Catholicism, religion, but then it's also a bunch of history. So it's like we're not
Yeah.
gonna get rid of what was originally here, even
Mm.
though we don't believe in it.
just so strange.
Yeah.
Didn't one of those things burn down recently?
Oh, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
It's a cathedral.
Not the same.
I feel like that burns down like on the regular, doesn't
No,
it?
that
Didn't
was
it?
the
was a
first.
big
That was
deal.
the first.
It was-
Dude,
that
No,
was
it
fire.
caught fire
Because-
again recently. They
What?
did the whole rebuild and then it like burned again.
No, it didn't.
Okay, look it up.
No.
That's this.
No.
This whole show is like, did this
No.
happen? No.
I
Look
did
it up.
this happen?
Yes.
I did
this
see it.
happen?
It is still under construction. But the whole thing about that is
gonna be under
supposedly
construction
there were
forever.
like, there were chunks of Jesus's like thorn
Stuff,
crown
yeah.
and like pieces from his cross and stuff like that burned with it.
Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, no, the only fire was
That's
the
crazy
What?
that they don't have like
20
I
They have
understand-
backups of that. They
No,
didn't make
I
copies.
no, I understand like that fires are unpredictable and like they happen, but like something as important as that place doesn't
Yeah.
have like the best fire system, like or even process in place. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
it's just old.
What do you mean? It's just old, but like
The Catholics love fire. They're little pyros, all of them.
And they also love
No.
that.
Sign.
They
Yeah,
love that
got
shit
incense.
because
they got shit burning in.
I wouldn't be
constantly.
surprised if they had a freaking press release that was like, "Yep, in that wing of Notre Dame, we had Jesus's cross was just sitting there. Too bad it burned down. You'll never
Burn
see it."
down, you'll never see it.
Nah, they're just
Like-
they're hiding it.
They do that shit
I
all
know
the
that
time.
it's like it's a PR stunt. They're
Yeah.
like,
We had
okay, guys,
Jesus's body.
we're gonna stage a
Oops.
fire.
It was
and
here.
Here's why.
I mean, you'll never know.
I wonder how did it look like when you saw it?
Scaffolding.
Was it fully
It was
covered?
beautiful.
There, yeah,
Stunning.
sections of it were that
Absolutely
front,
stunning.
like the two big, like the entrance. They had basically an amphitheater like seating in front of it, so that you could like go and like get a little
Still
higher up
see.
and still see it. But then the whole bottom was covered by scaffolding.
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 Gosh,
I
and
just
then
read
the sides are
that
covered.
construction will, like for, like as they know, will definitely hit to 2025.
Okay.
They said that it could go until 2028.
Yeah, there's no way.
But
in
isn't it
hell.
kind of like, who cares now?
No,
Isn't the cool thing about it that it was this old building? Like,
it still is. They're just
Dude,
restoring
that's
part
all
of it. That
Like, but
burned
that's
down.
everything though. They've like redone all that crap. Like everything.
Have they?
All oh yeah.
you're saying it's not the original Notre Dame
No.
anymore?
You go to the Acropolis, right?
Okay.
And there's chunks of this like bright white marble.
Sure.
Where they've just like filled it in, and they're like 100% real, everything authentic. And I'm like, is
You're
that
like,
new?
isn't
They're
that just like plaster?
Yeah.
Those
Yep,
Greeks.
That's new. What about that one? That is also new. But no, it is original. It's original, 100%.
Jeez.
Nah, they gotta fill in the cracks
They gotta fill in the
somehow.
cracks. They gotta keep
Yeah.
that thing up. It's just like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's not that leaning anymore. The whole allure of it is that one day it's gonna fall.
It's
right?
not leaning
That's-
anymore?
It's like leaning. It literally is kind of like this. It's like, huh, and then it like straightens. 'Cause
Okay.
They like did a bunch of stuff to make it so it would never fall over.
That's funny.
The whole point of it is that go see it while it's still leaning, because
Yeah.
one day it's gonna fall over.
I get, it sounds like not.
Let nature
sounds
take
like
its
it'll.
course. I know that's why.
Sounds
I'm
like a
upset
PR
by
stunt.
that. They should let it fall.
You know what?
Hashtag
I
let it
love
fall.
it.
Yes.
I love it. It's just
We're
such an
starting a
Annie take.
campaign to stop
Hashtag-
restoration on the Tower of
Man.
Pisa.
Stop
I wish.
preserving
Yeah.
history.
Yep.
Let nature take its course.
Hey,
I,
it's the season.
part of me
Let
kind
it
of says yes.
fall.
Yeah. So what's your like new ADD like hyperfixation like thing?
What?
Me?
Yeah. You know how they
What was
like
my old
they're on a
one?
cycle?
Oh, John's.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, John does. He does cycle. It's like his.
No,
TV
no, like
shows.
you have any hobbies going on right now?
Now,
Like
now I don't want to share because you're being
no,
kind of rude about
that's
it.
not rude at all. I just
Annie
know.
made it rude.
Well, yeah, Annie is working
I
through her own
didn't
stuff
make it
over there.
rude.
Why don't you
I
ask
just
somebody
am
else what their
innately
hybrid?
rude.
Because I'm gonna get to Annie in a second. I know she's got one too. So go ahead, John.
I don't know that I have a particular one. I will say, I guess I'm really hyper fixated on making coffee at home right now. That's kind of like my.
We saw you had a little video about it.
Yeah.
Well, I was.
Oh, dude.
That was just because I was using the camera. But yes, I guess it is kind of maybe too hyperfixation.
Tell us about
crossing
this
over.
camera.
Yeah, well,
I'm so
Ryan and I have been
stoked for
talking
you.
about this Insta 360 camera, and it's so interesting because it's like a GoPro, but it's slightly
Wait,
smaller.
is this the one that turns invisible when you film yourself?
Oh,
like
no, same company, but
Same
different
company.
camera.
Insta
the thing
360.
where you see people hold.
It's the
holding
little
you,
white
like,
pill
why
one.
is their arm just like out?
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
that's the
I wanna
same
get one of
company
those.
makes that one, but this is just like a little GoPro version, and it like has this, and then it even comes out into like a little pod like this big, and it's a little camera, and it's got all these really cool mounts. So you can like has like a hat where you can clip it to the bill the bill of your hat, and or there's like a magnet mount you can put it on your neck underneath your shirt, and it makes it like almost like a body cam. So that's what I was shooting with when I made that little coffee video. Is I had like little body mount thing. But yeah, it's an interesting. But I was just telling Annie when I got the camera, it's like it has the same like the GoPro effect where
Uh-huh.
you buy a GoPro, you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna shoot all this crazy content because you know GoPro is just so versatile.
All
Like,
their
I can throw it
commercials
on-
are like
yeah.
them surfing and
I can throw
like,
it on my surfboard. You know what I'm saying?
snowboarding.
There's like all these things, but nobody ever uses a GoPro. And in fact, I would say, I would love to. There's never going to be a study, but I'd love to see that, see a study that would ask the question like, how often you use a GoPro? Because I feel like GoPros you buy with intention to like make
use it
certain
underwater
content, right?
Yeah.
And you never do, and so
Totally.
it has that kind of vibe. I'm trying to. It really for me, it's like I'm trying to figure out a way to inspire me to make content using the tool, which is kind of backwards because sometimes you want to make content and you get the tools to do that.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, it is a fun idea because it's making me think like, that's why I made that coffee video. It wasn't perfect and it wasn't great. And I wasn't really happy with it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to start making, I'm going to try to make something with this camera that's kind of fun and unique. Like my view of making my morning coffee, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm trying to mess around with it a little bit.
That's gonna be our new series.
Go ahead.
POV. It's gonna be a whole segment on what the podcast, and it's just POV John's life, and it's just him
I
wearing
would
that
love
camera,
that.
doing like taking Arthur out.
Yeah.
It's like POV John's life.
Yeah.
Him like brushing his teeth in the morning.
But John does
Like,
exciting
and
stuff
I want us
sometimes.
to continue
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
post
say,
it,
those two
and
things
then it's
you
gonna
choose.
get uncovered by people. Are gonna be like, "What?" And they're gonna be like, "There's 5,000 videos, and it's
Yeah.
just POV this guy's life, and it's like 2-minute clips of his life."
I would love. I'd watch
And I
the hell
want
out
us
of
to
that.
just start posting them, and then
Yeah.
like not bring any attention of them. When people are like, "So the like POV John's life," that's starting to blow up, and us being like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
So good.
your guy's famous. He's got
And
10
never
million
mention
views.
it. Never mention, and like we get billion subscribers, and then like news shows start being like, "Hey, like we'd love to talk to you about," and we're like, "We don't know what you're talking about."
Who is that?
And even John like go like, "That's
I'll
not
just
me."
deny it.
He goes, no, that's not me.
That's not me.
No, it's just like no comment.
It's you. And I'm like, no comment.
I implore you to keep the videos up.
No,
'cause
yeah, it's just like a fun.
love it.
I'm trying to do, like I said, I'm trying to do more stuff, and I think the camera's really cool. It's just hard, like I said, it's got the GoPro effect, so it's like hard to know when to use it and not to use
Yeah.
it. And then also like, again, when you shoot something like that coffee video, probably had like 2 minutes worth of like footage, and then you have to edit it down, like whittle it down, and then it's just like,
whittle it down, whittly.
okay,
Okay,
yes.
go ahead, Annie. What's your
Anyways,
what's
go
your
ahead.
thing?
No,
Go
just
ahead.
Whittle,
No.
whittly.
You have our attention. Go ahead.
No, I just
Now it's Annie's turn.
What's
No.
your
My
hyperfixation
it is
right
your
now?
turn. Literally.
fixation. Honestly,
Salon pause.
Salon Pause.
What?
Sponsored
what the-
by Salon Pause.
What's
Thank
that
you.
about?
I'm falling apart. I told you, 25, I started decaying. I started decaying hard.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
decaying rapidly. I'm now probably to the level of decay you're at,
Okay.
which like I see you
I'm
every day.
gonna
and
not.
I'm like, oh God.
I'm not
like,
gonna take that offensively.
That's, oh, my bad. Sorry, I was calling somebody. I apologize. Wow, my bad.
Whoa.
Cut this out of the video.
Imagine if they have that on their voicemail.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But not Salon Pause is a like patch for pain relief, and I now am just covered in them because turns out I'm falling apart. But that's not my hyperfixation
No,
necessarily.
it couldn't possibly be.
Recently, it has been. Sounds crazy.
Okay.
I like to flip back and forth from the first season of Sister Wives to the last season, and it brings me immense joy to see the difference.
Wow.
So like you like.
That's psychotic.
It's insane. Insane. I also have recently watched this true crime documentary about this woman named Lorena Bobbitt. Have you ever heard of Lorena Bobbitt?
No. Lorena Bobbitt.
Lorena Bobbitt, 1993, court case that
Oh.
shook the world.
Yeah.
She cut off her husband's penis.
Oh.
Like,
With
fully
what?
cut it off with a knife,
What kind of knife are we talking here?
kitchen knife.
Okay, there's worse ways to do it.
So I mentioned this to my dad. I was like, oh, I was watching this documentary about Lorena Bobbitt, and he goes, oh, every man who lived through that court case in that era
Dang.
knows who Lorena Bobbitt is.
Where'd she cut it?
Right in between.
How? How? With the kitchen
Oh,
knife.
okay.
You gotta
So
hold.
still got his balls.
Yeah. And you know what? They reattached it. They found it. They
It's never-
reattached
it's
it.
no
Good to
way.
go.
She took it
No
with
way.
her, threw it out the window while driving.
And they.
In like hours.
I gotta see it.
And they found it.
I have to see it. I'm sorry. What's the girl's name?
Lorena Bobbitt. And I forget
Gosh,
her.
so
husband's name.
aggressive.
But yeah, it was this whole court case where then her whole thing was saying that he was assaulting her. And like they had been going through this like marital, like this, she'd been like being abused in their marriage. And so she cut it off. And he was divorcing her. It was this whole thing. So then she went on trial for cutting his penis off. And then he went on trial for, abuse. And it was just wild, and it like went like worldwide. It was this.
How
whole
did it
thing.
end? Did anybody go to jail, or
I don't believe so. Maybe some time served.
I'm gonna send you guys this picture.
No,
It's-
Ryan.
John, you should
Good
see it.
Lord.
It's pretty bad.
And it was insane. I just was like, and then like all the women they were interviewing, they're like, yeah, she did what every woman's thought about doing, and then every man was like,
What?
that
Every
is my
woman.
actual nightmare. Actual nightmare.
That's
Oh, okay. It's not as
Terrifying. But that was
Right.
getting a little too graphic for me, and so
you stopped
I
watching it.
switched back to Sister Wives, which I'm sure that some of those women
Oh
would want to do
God.
that.
But that's kind of your move, though,
Ew.
right? Yeah, I
My
know.
MO, what?
Your thing is like you get too far into a true crimes moment, right?
Yeah, that I gotta admit. That was kind of nice in the sense that like it wasn't really too true crime. In each
Pretty
everyone
visceral,
was
though.
there talking about it.
Damn.
It was crazy.
I
But
bought
they reattached it. From what he says, it works fine.
myself a mead making kit. I'm gonna start making some mead.
We didn't get to Kara's.
When'd you do that?
hyperfixation.
This is my
When'd you do
hyperfixation.
that?
Oh,
Bought it for my birthday for myself. It's coming
you
today.
did tell me that you were gonna get into.
Yeah,
mead
I left
making.
you that day, and I
We-
went to Smart and
We've
Final.
tried mead and it's not very good.
Well, I've never made it before.
Our
I love that you like. I bought a beacon. Kara goes, "When did you do that?"
we
couple
have a
days
good
ago
friend
on
of the
Amazon.
podcast,
Awesome.
Jacob Nichols, and he makes mead. He has a meadery in his basement.
Looking forward to it.
We should have
Jacob,
him.
if you're
Hey
listening,
Jacob, if you're
could
listening
you send
today,
us
go
some?
ahead, text me. We can find a time for all of us to
Oh
try your
yeah,
mead.
give me your notes. I'm gonna undercut
What's
his sales.
the difference of
Jeez,
what's the
Ryan.
difference between mead and beer?
Mead is honey.
is
question.
like wine, but instead of grapes, you use honey.
That sounds like a hard
Which
attack.
honey
We can.
already smells like a freaking sneeze. So I don't know why. it
Right
has,
on.
Like mead.
Right
I
on.
think honey smells like a sneeze.
Oh, next time you sneeze and next time you have honey.
You'll know.
Talking about the same honey.
Interesting. The things
You mean
Kara
honey from
notices
bees?
that no
You
one
know
else
the
in
smell
world
of
notices.
sneeze?
Are you saying
Like,
sneeze or
when someone
bees?
sneezes and you're like, oh,
She's
sneeze
saying
smell.
sneeze.
She's saying bees.
No,
You know when somebody has
No.
bees? That's what she's saying, right?
Guys, this is the worst podcast.
Do you know
We're
mead?
so
Do you know
self-aware.
mead is the oldest form of alcohol?
Really?
Started in the Middle Ages, fermenting
There
honey.
you go. There's your one time of thinking about the Middle Ages today.
Yeah.
Jesus made wine before that, so
So take that.
weird.
No.
Yeah.
Turn water into mead.
No.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Maybe not
Okay,
the
well,
Middle
that's your
Ages,
thing,
the
though.
older ages.
The oldest ages.
The
No,
way-
not
the way back
not
ages.
the,
No, it was like the
Middle
Vikings or
Ages.
something.
It was like way older, like
Go ahead, Kara. What's your
back
thing?
there.
So my thing is always finding deals.
Yeah.
Oh,
Word.
Right.
shoot, Kara, let's hit
I
it.
always get in a hyperfixation at least once a month.
Yeah.
When I find something that I really want,
Yeah.
either it be a product, clothing, shoes, a style,
Mm-hmm.
and I will scour the internet.
That is
Try
actually
and
true.
Find the best deal, the best bid price, the best anything. So right now it is the Doc Martin 8053 Oxford loafers
Dang.
platform
And you're searching for
that
that?
I
So
really,
expensive.
really want for fall.
What's retail?
Yeah.
What's retail on that?
Retail $170.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
But-
Could be worse.
Annie,
But
I
Carol
try and
will-
find
Things that Annie
anything
have spent money on
under
is
$90.
Yeah.
I have to find it.
The wanting for Kara is half of the fun. She'll want something for like 6 months and then finally we'll buy it
See,
for herself.
I love
wanting
Or
is
I'll
the
just
worst
get
part
over
for
it.
me.
Yeah, really?
So like for this fall, my fall shoe, I want it to be some kind of platform like loafer.
yeah.
Love.
And I have my like brown docs,
Mm.
but
Yeah,
the
cute.
black ones with like the big chunky platform, that's what I want.
So
Yeah, it's true.
you love the hunt.
What's
Yes.
what's the
She likes
what's
the
the
hunt.
some of the used prices you've seen that
Oh.
weren't good enough? 170s retail. What's the ones you're like, nah, it's not good
You've
enough.
definitely seen some for $100.
Oh yeah, not good enough.
What's your price? What are you trying to get at?
trying to get 75.
You're trying to take
Damn.
$100 off
Yes.
that retail
So
price.
ones that I've liked
reasonable.
on Mercari right now, like this one is going for 115. But the second you like it, that buyer sees like, oh, they liked it. I'm gonna give them 30% off, so they'll buy it and get it off my hands. So I do the long game.
Long game.
Long game.
Long
Yeah,
game.
and then you go on eBay, and it's the whole bidding thing.
Right.
So I found one that started at 75, but of course the bidding got up to 120, and I was like, no.
No, of course not.
At that point, you might as well just. I guess $50 off is still nice, but you might as well go. Buy
What
a fresh
sucks though
pair.
about Doc Martens
That's Annie right there.
is that it's whole sizes and there's not half sizes.
Ooh.
And I need to go to the store and try on the specific shoe to see if I have to get a size 7 or a size 8. Because I'm in between. All my Docs that I have are 7s, but they're all like a small bit tight. All of them. So I need to see if the 8 would be more comfortable if I'm like falling out of it.
Oh,
So
Weird.
interesting.
that's what I search for.
I think about when I want something. I think about ways I could like go out and work a gig and just pay for it retail. But the difference is I buy technical things. So like
Yeah.
Sure.
buying a technical thing secondhand is
not the best.
sometimes not the best. So yeah, but I
See,
I find
shoes,
that interesting.
clothing, especially Doc Martens, they last years.
Kind of
So-
depends though, because sometimes you can get like,
Yeah.
basically, you know how often you sell gear, and it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
barely used, half the price. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
I have.
not half the
I
price.
happen to know that Annie's currently looking at a $250 pair of boots that she's.
Which
eyeing.
ones? Fry boots?
What kind of boots are we
No,
talking here?
I wish
I haven't seen them yet. I asked to see them.
See,
She's like,
last week
they're
my
good.
hyperfixation was
Kudos.
Fry boots.
I
And then I
do
gave
love
up on
Fry
that
boots.
and I moved to the Doc Martens.
Fry boots are Fry boots, the 14L campuses,
Yep, in yellow.
and they're just so good. But they are
So
a
expensive.
fresh pair, $600.
$600?
It goes from like $475 to like $580,
Depending on the color.
like the color and
what?
the size.
Hurts.
Are they made out of gold?
They're this high. They're
Kind of.
just like they're just nice boots.
Gold.
They're just
No.
rain boots. Are they rain
No.
boots?
Gold
No,
and
they're
No,
leather.
they're all leather. They're 100% leather boots,
That's why.
What a
hands
waste of
stitched.
resources.
made with love.
To be fair, when Annie told me about the boots, I told her that she should get them because she's been doing a lot of weddings. She's been working hard lately, and I said, "Treat yourself. Go
Here's
get
my
them."
problem.
Are we
That's
talking
a
like
big
cowboy
treat
boot or
yourself.
like?
No, it's
Want
like
me to show
boot.
you?
Like
Yeah,
I'll
show me.
you.
yeah.
Fry Campus
Thank you.
14L.
So freaking good.
This is a podcast after
So-
all.
what-
Here's my thing about.
What are the boots you were talking about?
I was
These
talking
the ones?
about Vince Camuto, but no, these would be ideal. I would have these in a heartbeat.
Sure.
I was looking at Vince Camuto, but then it's a matter of like
the same to
270,
me.
right?
I
270
guess.
for a fresh pair. And then it's like, well, I probably could find like the Fry boots for 270 used, and I like those boots better. It's a whole thing. It's
I
a
see.
whole fiasco.
That's
See,
why
I have
you
a
have blood
couple.
sugar.
I have a couple of those boots saved on my eBay right now.
So there's no great white boot. You're just like, I want to get a nice pair of boots.
There
Okay,
never
nice pair of
is.
boots. Here's my thing. I was raised by an eBay mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So she constantly was like, get the nice thing,
Mm-hmm.
get it nice, find it for a cheaper price, but get the nice things.
Get it
Now,
nice for a cheaper price.
It's ruined me in the sense that like
Robbie.
I like that.
you know, a Target boot just doesn't hit the same for me. It's fine.
You're spoiled.
I'm spoiled.
You're a rich piece of shit
I have rich piece of shit taste
on a
on a
Dollar store
shoestring-
budget. eBay budget.
yeah,
shoestring.
yeah, working the corner budget.
Whoa.
Okay.
With
What?
the sign, you.
Please tell me
you-
you're
It's
not.
a
it
nice
goes
corner.
holding the
It's a nice
sign.
corner. You're flipping the
Please
sign.
Help. The please help.
Oh, it's a
anything
hope.
helps.
I thought you were
Not-
like
not
spinning
working
a
the corner,
sign.
you
Oh my
freak.
gosh!
Oh,
so the
I was
first
thinking the other
first
version of
thing
it.
on eBay right now, Fry Campus 14L boots, $92 with $17 shipping.
Let me
There's
see.
8 bids
Let me see.
with 6 days left. Women's size 7.5. Previous owner was a smoker. Boots have been airing out for 5 months.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, those.
It's a lot to
It's hard
take.
to get the
Let me
smoke
see the
smell
boot.
out
So
of it.
cute.
Cute. Hard to get the smoker smell out.
For
I've had
how
a
much?
Yeah.
These ones are only $100 when these go for $470.
Those are. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're ugly.
No, you wear them with
Yeah,
cute
I
dress
said
or
it.
a long skirt.
I said it.
They're so cute.
Are those the ones you're looking for?
Those are one of them.
They're so cute.
I
It
have
sounds
a
like
long
Not
list.
those.
Yeah, it sounds like
I
you're
think,
deciding,
guys,
right?
Well,
Okay.
don't get that pair.
This
Those
might be
pair
wild. This
look
might
like it
be
was
wild.
dragged behind a
This
truck.
is gonna be John's worst
No,
nightmare.
the yellow ones
Go
are
ahead.
nice.
I have been thinking about picking up and just leaving, moving somewhere with seasons.
Why am I not surprised at all?
Let's just go drive up to Portland.
That's
Been
such
a while
a
since
typical Annie
I will
moment.
say it has been a while since you abandoned your friend group, so
Yeah.
it's natural. For
Not
you
only-
to be feeling
Well,
that
the time
way.
comes around.
usually by now you're like, I'm usually on to my next friend group by now, and
I just have been thinking, like, man, seasons would be so nice. It'd be nice to wear like fall clothes. It'd be nice to be in a cute little like small town, but like not too small.
You can
but,
go
like,
visit those places. You don't have to freaking move there, you psycho.
but it's
What? How did you expect me to receive that?
awesome.
Do it.
no. I'm
No.
saying maybe we all go.
Whoa.
Okay, word.
We all go.
Oh my god.
You're so
You
freaking
can
self-destructive.
sublease your house.
Love it.
You are so
You can
self-destructive.
sublease your house.
What's
all
wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
Who hurt
I'm just
you?
saying I'm itching for a new identity.
I get
That
that.
is crazy.
I'm gonna soundbite.
No,
that.
I get it.
There's no shot I don't soundbite that. I'm itching for a new identity.
I'm just saying
That
I could
and
go
buy
somewhere
new-
that I can be known as like Anne.
Do you not like the person that you are?
I love who I am.
The person
But
you've
that's what I'm
curated
saying.
here?
I love who
The
I
character?
am to the point where I feel like other people deserve to have a taste of her. You know, like other people, like it's doing it.
Bye.
Like
Bye.
But
deserve
See ya.
to the world.
Bye.
To not like have
No,
other
bye.
people
Oh,
be
okay, cool. Bye.
I know you're right. Actually, That
We'll be
makes
fine.
sense. We'll be good.
I guess that's what this podcast is. It's like me being, you know, available to the world. You're welcome.
On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla,
That's it.
Annie the Skovmand. I'm
Really?
Ryan.
I'm John.
We'll see you next week on What the Podcast.
So we're all moving to small
Shut
towns
up.
down in the mountains. That's what I hear.
This is one of those few like really good endings where Annie just is like saying the craziest stuff, and then it just goes dun 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 dun.